On Monday, May 19, 2008, Sabina Eriksson was released from police custody without a full psych evaluation. She pled guilty for trespassing on the motorway and for hitting a police officer. Sabina then began to walk the streets, trying to locate her sister in the hospital. At around 7 p.m. that evening, two local men, Glenn Hollinstead and Peter Malloy, ran into Sabina while walking a dog. Sabina was apparently friendly and pet the dog, and the three struck up a conversation. According to Malloy, Sabina was acting nervously and asked the two men if they knew of any bed and breakfasts nearby. Hollinstead apparently took pity upon Sabina and offered to take her back to his house. Sabina then allegedly relaxed and agreed and followed the two men back to Hollinstead's house, stating that she was trying to locate her sister at the hospital. Sabina's odd behavior, however, reportedly continued. She would get up periodically and stare out the window as if she were paranoid. She would offer the men cigarettes and then quickly snatch them out of their mouths, stating that they might be poisoned. Shortly before midnight, Malloy left the house and Sabina stayed the night. The following day, Hollinstead tried helping Sabina locate her sister by calling local hospitals. By 7 p.m., however, things took a dark turn. While making dinner, Sabina grabbed a kitchen knife and violently began stabbing Hollinstead. Hollinstead then stumbled out of the house and told a neighbor, "She stabbed me." He died quickly thereafter. Sabina then fled the house with a hammer in her hand and periodically began hitting herself over the head with it. A passing motorist allegedly saw the behavior and then decided to tackle Sabina in order to stop her from hurting herself. The two struggled, and Sabina then took a roof tile that was in her pocket and smashed the motorist over the back of the head with it. A man from paramedics who had just arrived at the scene and ended up jumping off a 12-meter high bridge onto the freeway below. She broke both of her ankles and fractured her skull and was immediately taken to a hospital. Sabina was discharged from the hospital September 11th and then quickly taken into police custody, where she was charged with the murder of Glenn Hollinstead. She pled guilty to manslaughter and never once explained her violent actions. She only responded over and over again, "No comment." She was sentenced to 5 years but spent less than a year in prison. No evidence of a suicide pact or drugs were ever discovered with the twins. While there's no way of knowing what really went on with these two twins, the defense attorney for Sabina argued that it was folie-à-deux or shared psychotic disorder that was at play. It was suggested that Ursula was the primary partner and Sabina was a secondary partner. But what do you guys think? Feel free to leave a comment.